Morning, friends. Well, it's the new week, and here we are back in virtual learning land, and this is Teacher Stephanie coming live to see you from the Nut House. So let's get started. First, let's talk about this little thing over here. As you can see, I have a flag. I colored it.
Should I zoom in?
And now we have a calendar. Heidi's going to zoom in so we can see what is on this calendar, alrighty? So we have the flag, we have the word, the month is April. The days of the week on the top. And we started our pattern. Our special days, we celebrated Nehemiah's birthday last week. We have Cliff's birthday this Friday. And then next Friday, we have Saray's birthday. Then we have some special days on Wednesdays. Here, very funny picture. That is a hat. I'd like to see you all wearing hats. Then we have, yes, that is a dumb face, but it is a silly face. Then we're going to have Crazy Hair Day. And last Wednesday of the month, we will have Crazy Sock Day. So, I'm going to cover up Nehemiah's little birthday now because we have to put the correct number up there since we celebrated him last week. But I wanted you to see the calendar. So, Heidi can go back, and we are going to get started with our flag song. Ready? This is our flag, red, white, and blue. Before it we stand so proud and true. All right. And next, we are going to do the old Rise and Shine.
Rise and shine and welcome to school today. Rise and shine and welcome to school today. Rise and shine and welcome to school today. We're so glad you're here. A little bit louder.
Rise and shine
and welcome to school today. Rise and shine and welcome to school today. Rise and shine and welcome to school today. We're so glad you're here. A little softer. Rise and shine and welcome to school today. Rise and shine and welcome to school today. Rise and shine and welcome to school today. We're so glad you're here. Whisper version. Rise and shine and welcome to school today. Rise and shine and welcome to school today. Rise and shine and welcome to school today. We're so glad you're here.
Now we're going to see if I can push the right button today. I think I did. I guess I didn't. Maybe tomorrow. And see, I got to open it because otherwise it keeps spinning around. So, I don't know. All right, so next up we're going to do calendar. And since you guys are at home, I get to be the calendar helper and the leader all at one time. But first we're going to sing the days of the week. I hope you all remember your sign language. Here we go. Days of the week. 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 There's Sunday and there's Monday. There's Tuesday and there's Wednesday. There's Thursday and there's Friday. And then there's Saturday. Days of the week. 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 All right. So as you can see, I did make a new calendar for us to have here because I didn't bring the one from school here. So I made one. So it's not that great, but it's kind of fun. So, but I also forgot my pointer. So I'm just going to use my finger. So here we are up here. Who can tell me what month it is? What month it is? What month it is? Who can tell me what month it is? It starts with letter A. Now I kind of told you that when we looked at the calendar a few minutes ago. So hopefully you all remember it is April. Okay, good job. Now we're on to right here. Who can tell me what day it is? What day it is? What day it is? Who can tell me what day it is? It comes after Sunday. Monday. Good job. All right, so it is Monday, and we're going to take a look at our pattern. And I hope you might want to zoom in here so they can see the shapes on our numbers. We have a flower and a snail and a snail and a flower, and a snail, and a snail. You are right. Here it is. We have a snail. And as you can see, we had a little mishap over here. I had to make the 5 on there because I dropped all of my numbers and the 5 got lost. So I made a new one, but it doesn't match. But maybe it will show up here one of these days. So today is the 6th day, a Monday of April, and that is our calendar. So as you can see, we have the pattern: flower, snail, snail, flower, snail, snail. Tomorrow will be another flower. And this week, we are learning about patterns. So we're going to do some patterning right now, and then you get to do some patterning with things around your house. So, I'm going to show you, I've got some pop. I know it's probably not the healthiest thing to drink, but every once in a while, it's okay to have a special treat. So I've got some cans of root beer here. And look, I also have some cans of Sprite. So I'm going to make a pattern for you. We're going to make the really easy peasy pattern because you guys are... We're starting here, so we have a can of Sprite and a can of root beer. Next, well, that one won't go there. I gotta find what would come next. We're gonna put a can of Sprite and a can of root beer and a can of Sprite. So there's a really easy pattern. You can make some patterns like this at your house with things that you have around your house. You could do it with silverware. Spoon, fork, spoon, fork. Now, on our calendar, we get a little tricky. What if I went root beer, Sprite, root beer. What should I put there? Ha, a can of root beer and a can of Sprite. So let's say that together. Root beer, Sprite, root beer, Sprite. Very good. Now let's see if we can make it a little different. All right, so we have Sprite, root beer, Sprite. Oh, would a root beer come here? Nope, because we need to have 2 Sprites before we have the root beer. And hopefully I have another Sprite in here. I do. And then your root beer. Alrighty, let's say it. Sprite, root beer, Sprite, root beer. So we have 2 Sprites and then 1 root beer. 2 Sprites and 1 root beer. How about that? Could we make a pattern that way? We could go 2 and 2 and 2 and 2. All right, so that's some patterning for you. I would like you today to look around your house and make patterns. You probably don't want to get out your pop, but if you have pop and you wanted to do that, you could. I have something in this big blue bucket that I could make a pattern with. And I know you have things that are similar to this at your house. I have some Legos or Mega Blocks. And I'm just going to do one simple pattern, and then you can work on some of this at your house. We have red, blue, red, blue. Or we could make it different, and it could be big, little, big, little. So there's all kinds of things that you can do to make patterns around your house, and I would like you to come up with 2 different types of patterns and have mom or dad or take a picture and send it to me. I would love to see what patterns you are making at your house. All right. Well, I also sent home last week a calendar like we normally do at school for your parents so that they know when these special days are. And it also talks about the letters that we are going to be learning about each day of the week. And I must get out my letter cards. I don't know where they disappeared to.
On the floor.
They're on the floor. Thank you, Heidi.
You're welcome.
All right, so here we go. What letter? I know your moms and dads know what letters I'm going to pick out, and I think Heidi knows. But do you? Here it is. No, that's not the right letter I want. That is the letter E. All right. So remember, to make your E with sign language, you put your fingers down like that. And an E is also one of those tricky letters that makes 2 sounds, like as in elephant, elephant. And it also makes the E sound like in ear. Okay, so I should get those things prepared for you, right? So that I don't have to hesitate. Well, anyways, who remembers? So here we go. Let's say it. An E says ah, an E says ah. All the letters make a sound. The E says ah. And what is that a picture of? An elephant.
Elephant.
All right. Here we go. We're going to sing our elephant song. Are you ready? One elephant went out to play on a spider's web one day. He had such enormous fun that he called for another elephant to come. Hey, elephant! One elephant and another elephant makes 2 elephants went out to play on a spider's web one day. They had such enormous fun that they called for another elephant to come. Hey, elephant! 2 plus 1 is 3 elephants went out to play on a spider's web one day. They had such enormous fun that they called for another elephant to come. Hey, elephant! 3 and 1 is 4 elephants went out to play on a spider's web one day. They had such enormous fun that they called for another elephant to come. Hey, elephant! 4 plus 1. 5 elephants went out to play on a spider's web one day. They had such enormous fun that they called for another elephant to come. Hey, elephant! Gosh, I can't hear them. Maybe you need to yell louder. Hey, elephant! I think that's all the elephants that are here today. Nice work. Nice work. All right, now, because it's letter E, and we did a song about elephants, we have to read one of my favorite books, Elmer. Here we go. There once was a herd of elephants. Elephants young, elephants old, elephants tall and short, fat and thin. All were different, but all were happy, and almost all were the same color. All except Elmer. Elmer was not elephant color. He was patchwork. Elmer was yellow and orange and red and pink and purple and blue and green and black and white.
It was Elmer who kept the other elephants happy. Their games and jokes were always the best. If an elephant was laughing, the cause was usually Elmer. But Elmer himself wasn't happy. Who ever heard of a patchwork elephant, he thought. No wonder they laugh at me. One morning, just as the others were waking up, Elmer slipped away. As he walked through the jungle, Elmer met other animals. "Good morning, Elmer," they said. After a long walk, Elmer found what he was looking for, a large bush covered with elephant-colored berries. Elmer caught hold of the bush and shook it until the berries fell to the ground. Then Elmer lay down and rolled over on the berries. This way and that, he picked up bunches of berries and rubbed himself all over until he was covered with berry juice. And when he had finished, there wasn't a sign of any yellow or orange or red or pink or purple or blue or green or black or white. Elmer looked like any other elephant. On his way back through the jungle, Elmer passed the other animals. "Good morning, elephant," they said. When Elmer joined the herd, none of the other elephants noticed him. And as he stood there, Elmer felt that something was wrong. But what? He looked around. Same old jungle, same old blue sky, same old rain cloud, same old elephants. The other elephants were standing absolutely still, silent and serious. Elmer had never seen them so serious before. It made him want to laugh. Finally, he could bear it no longer. He lifted his trunk and at the top of his voice shouted, "Boo!" The other elephants jumped in surprise. Elmer was helpless with laughter. Then the others began to laugh. "Too bad Elmer isn't here to share the fun," they said, laughing harder and harder. And then the rain cloud burst, and when the rain fell on Elmer, his patchwork started to show again. "Oh, Elmer!" gasped an old elephant. Elmer was washed back to normal. "You've played some good jokes, but this has been the biggest laugh of all. What would we do without you?" "We must celebrate this day every year," said another. "The day of Elmer's best joke." "All of us elephants will decorate ourselves in his honor," said a third. "And Elmer will decorate himself elephant color." And one day, each year, the elephants color themselves yellow or orange or red or pink or purple or blue or green or black or white and have a parade. And if you happen to see an elephant in the Elmer's Day Parade who is ordinary elephant color, you will know it must be Elmer. The end. Well, friends, that's about it for today. Have a great day learning about the letter E and thinking about your patterns. And I will see you tomorrow morning. Goodbye.